Hi and welcome to the RC Retro channel. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the RC10T, which, by the way, is coming up on 30 years since it's been released. So, what better way to celebrate that anniversary than to have Team Associated re-release the RC10T? Alright, I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying it would be awesome if they did. Because they already re-released the RC10, or called it the RC10 Classic, and also the World's Car. So, I mean, come on, Team Associated. How about you give us a re-release of a stadium truck? Now, I was always, a believer or assumed that Team Associated was one of the first to put out a stadium truck. And it wasn't until I started doing a little bit more research on the T, because I'm not too familiar with their line of stadium trucks, that I came across that Losi RC in 1989, 2 years even before Team Associated put out their first stadium truck, had the JRXT, or the Junior XT. So Team Associated was a little late to the party. Nonetheless, once they got it out there, it totally dominated. So, and another reason why it should be re-released is because there's already a few aftermarket or reproduced parts out there for it. For example, J Concepts a few years ago re-released the original body, and if you read in the description, it actually says produced from the original mold. Secondly, they also put out front and rear carbon fiber shock towers on here, and not too long ago, they re-released front and rear wheels, I believe all white for the RC10, but I think if you buy two sets of the rears, they would fit onto here. So this way, you could put whatever tires on there you want. I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to look into that. And then lastly, from a credible source who I speak to every now and then, and this is through the grapevine, shared with me that Team Associated still has all the original molds to all of their older buggies and stadium trucks. So, hopefully, to commemorate 30 years, they re-release this. Come on. It would be awesome if they did, because then I could be like, hey, maybe they saw my video, right? Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, this was first released in '91, and the original prototype for this and the first few runs of this included the thin front wheels and tires, and that was to improve its handling on the track with steering. But eventually Roar outlawed those thin front tires, and so they switched over to the wider front tires. This truck ran to '96 for a 5-year stint and came in 3 kits: the truck, the team truck, and the sport truck, and all of which saw changes over time. And much like the championship editions, where it started off with white nylon, it over time phased out to the black nylon. And all the kits came with bearings, ball bearings that is, anodized shocks, and of course the stealth transmission. Now, this RC10T is not mine. It's actually Harry's, and he lent it to me. He got it not too long ago, and he had one of these as a kid, and so he was willing to spend the money on it, and I'm looking for one. However, they're ridiculously priced on eBay. Even ones that are really scratched up in rough condition are going for top dollar, much like any other RC10 that's vintage on eBay or on the Facebook groups. But again, for him, it's sentimental, it's nostalgic, because he had one as a kid, just like the Raider and the High Rider Corvette and the RC10 buggies are to me. So that's another reason why I'm hoping they re-release it, so I can get one at a decent price and be able to run it. Either way, let's take a look at this. But like I said, he had one as a kid, and he right now has a brushless setup in it because that's what came with it. So the film footage, the action shots you're about to see, it's brushless. But he wants to set it up like he had it as a kid. So he has been able to find a brand new Tekken Rebel ESC, which he's going to get for Christmas as a gift. And it's not for me. I mean, I know we're friends, but we're not like that, right? So. But he knows what it is already, so what kind of Christmas gift is that? And he also has a vintage remote that he had as a kid, and that was a Airtronic Rival. So he has those two things. What he is missing is the Trinity Speed Gems diamond motor that he used to run in his. And I really haven't seen any of those on eBay or on the online forums or the Facebook groups. I have seen Trinity Speed Gems like sapphire motors, just not the diamond ones. So if you want to help the channel out, help my buddy Harry out, hit me up with a comment down below if you want to part with one or have another one. I'm sure we could work something out. That would be greatly appreciated. So, all right. Anyways, as for this is in pretty good condition. I don't believe there are any additional drilled holes in the bottom of this chassis. It is scuffed up, but not as bad as some of the ones I've seen online. The only aftermarket parts on here right now that I could say really quick off the top of my head, RPM front and rear arms. There is a RPM gear cover, and obviously the tires on here are not the original tires. They are J Concepts carvers in the front and goosebumps in the back. What else is on here? I think that's it. Steering is original, and the shock towers look to be original. Shocks are those anodized shocks I was telling you about. The ball cups on here are the original white ones. So yeah, pretty much that's about it, right? Stealth transmission. Oh, wait, the front bumper over here, just by looking at it, extremely white, and I'm running my finger across it, and it feels very grainy, so I'm assuming this is a 3D printed bumper in the front. So, but other than that, the car's in great condition. It handled awesome on the track, and you know, hopefully this gets re-released. I would love for it to get re-released. So, and so would many of you. All right. Anyways, here's some action footage of it running on the Port Royal Raceway. Enjoy. And if you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I can greatly use your support. Take care, and I will see you all in my next video.